So I want to share with you today some information about the Phoenix real estate market, and hopefully you find it beneficial. But there's a lot of talk out there. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? So I want to go through and really show what's going on, and this is up-to-date information. And we're going to be using the Cromford Market Index, which is basically something that tells you whether it is a buyer's market, seller's market, or balanced. And the CMI, as we call it, if you're between 90 to 110, you're in a balanced market. Anything under 90, you are in a buyer's market, and anything over 110, you are basically in a seller's market. So let's go ahead and look at this. There was an average decline across the board of about 13.1% in the CMI, the Cromford Market Index, for the 17 cities that are listed here. This is an improvement over the 15.2% decline that we saw last week, and really a more substantial improvement than we saw last week. Now, the majority of the cities were worse than average, including the cities of Paradise Valley, Cave Creek, Glendale, Phoenix, Surprise, Mesa, Peoria, Maricopa, Queen Creek, and Avondale. Now, once again, Goodyear stands out as one of the major cities that saw its CMI actually improve, and you can see that with the red, arrows right there. And it's almost escaped its buyer's market because it had been in a buyer's market, and it's pretty close to resuming a balanced status. So also doing, of course, relatively well, you'll see is Chandler, Fountain Hills, and Tempe, Scottsdale, and Buckeye have improved over the last week. So 9 out of the 17 cities at this point are still actually in a seller's market, with Paradise Valley and Peoria in the balanced zone, while Cave Creek, Surprise, Queen Creek, Maricopa, and Buckeye are all basically in the buyer market zone. Okay, and that's basically where we're at right now. I do also want to share with you, so I wanted to share something else with you, which is basically the gauges, and it basically tells you a little bit about the same thing, but this is really for our entire MLS. So you can see supply is right now at about 65% of what normal is. So we still have a pretty low supply of homes. And you can see the demand on the other side is at 68.9. This has actually been going down over the course of some time, but it's actually tipped up just a notch, here in the last week. And you can see that overall across the board, we're at 105.6, and that really puts us kind of in a balanced market if you were to look at it as a whole. But as you can see, some cities are actually still in the seller's market, and some quite not as much. So there's definitely places that you as a buyer could go out there and maybe negotiate a little bit stronger. And there's other places where the sellers still have the upper hand. So that is the news, what is going on in our Phoenix real estate market right now. A little bit about the stats, about whether it's a buyer's market, a seller's market. I hope you found it beneficial. I'd really appreciate, a comment, a like. Go ahead, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Take care.